In Delta, the state government says the emergence of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa as vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is unsettling other parties, as it says the party remains focused on its mission to rescue the country. The State Commissioner for Information, Charles Aniago, stated this during a news conference in Asaba, where he also cleared the air on the 25 billion naira facility from the Central Bank of Nigeria for farmers in the state.
Since the emergence of Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa as the running mate to the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, there have been reactions from all quarters. Some people even insinuated that the governor betrayed the southern part of the country by agreeing to be the vice presidential candidate. But at this press conference, Delta State Commissioner for Information puts the record straight.
Nobody has betrayed anybody, because there are rules governing this country, and none of them, to the best of my knowledge, has been breached by the decisions of the flag bearer of our party, and also the decision of our governor to accept that position. That is a recognition of our dear state and the many milestones that were recorded in the last 7 years running. And because the moment people continue to push this agenda of southern presidency, northern presidency, we're only ending up dividing our country and widening the gap that today exists on account of the maladministration of the APC-led federal government.
Another issue of concern to the Delta State government is the 25 billion naira Central Bank of Nigeria loan to farmers in Delta State, which the State Assembly approved. The spokesman to Oviomo Agege campaign organization thinks otherwise about the intention of the state government to assist its farmers to boost yield.
The CBN has a facility to assist a number of persons across sectors. And what the CBN does is that the state government must be able to guarantee that if this fund is made available, that those individuals who the funds will be given to will be able to use it judiciously, and then for the CBN to be able to get back its funds. And Delta State government, being a very responsible government, decided to guarantee our farmers so that the CBN can make this fund available for our farmers to improve their yield. How does that become a wrong decision of government? Is the APC in Delta expecting that we will just keep quiet because they don't understand governance and allow the funds to go to other states and farmers in other states to be making progress, and ours will have to fold their hands?
The Delta State government is not perturbed about these accusations, which it described as frivolous, but only worried about the perceived lack of direction of the campaign organization of the Deputy President of the Senate in his governorship bid. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Asaba.
In the nation's capital, residents of Abuja and its environs continue to groan under the yoke of biting fuel scarcity. They task the authorities to do more in alleviating the sufferings they go through on a daily basis.
In the last 6 months, motorists in Abuja have had no reprieve from perennial scarcity of petrol. Long winding queues leading to loss of quality man-hours at petrol stations have become a regular occurrence in Abuja and adjoining states. Illegal fuel vendors, otherwise called black marketers, have gained more ground selling the commodity to stranded motorists at exorbitant prices. Now, motorists say the hardship in the land is becoming unbearable.
The thing they disturb us too much. We go walk in daytime, we go look for work in the night. We know the rest. I beg, make them help us beg our leader.
We the poor masses, we are the ones suffering it. They really know what is going on, because they don't come to filling station. They only stay in their house. They send their drivers to come and buy fuel.
The appeal is for the authorities to alleviate their sufferings, especially with worsening electricity and rising insecurity.
The citizens are actually worried, so I think the government should do something about it.
I'm totally hungry. How to get food and I'm in my issue now. So what now I can talk? See the way the government we put up for Wahala, buy food and nice, the problem.
Reports say oil marketers are having difficulties getting the product and have directed their members to sell at the sustainable price in their environment. Tommy Okon is the first deputy president of the Trade Union Congress. He tells me government is deliberately causing the artificial scarcity to justify subsidy removal.
It's about subsidy. It's about subsidy. Government is client-styling to show the masses that, well, if you allow us remove the subsidy, that you cannot suffer.
Organized labor insists functional refineries are solutions to the current impasse.
We are insisting that government, since you cannot come out clean with the fuel subsidy regime you are talking about, what is the reason that our refineries cannot work? That is the only way out of this quagmire.
The concern for most citizens is that the scarcity of petrol affects a whole lot of economic activities, and government will do well to make the product available and affordable.
Other matters. The plans by the federal government to concession Ajaokuta Steel Company to foreign investors is raising concerns in some quarters. Those against the move argue that the Ajaokuta Steel Company is too vital to be concessions to strangers and wants President Muhammadu Buhari to abort such moves. Helen Osamede-Akins reports.
The Ajaokuta Steel Company in Kogi State was projected to serve as the bedrock of Nigeria's industrialization. The idea of having a steel industry was conceived in 1958 by the federal government, and the complex reportedly reached 98% completion as far back as 1994. Yet no steel has been produced from it till date. The Nigerian government in April approved the engagement of a transaction advisory for consultancy services for the concession of Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited. It is a move some groups are vehemently against.
It's essentially supposed to be mass participatory.
The leader of the group, Yaya Indu, urges President Buhari to halt the concession until a new administration takes over in 2023. He insists that the company is too vital to be concessioned to strangers.
Hearing about the so-called concessioning of the Ajaokuta steel mill, permit me to use this opportunity to appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari to please reconsider and put this move on hold in the interest of the nation. When true patriots come into power come 2023, inshallah, it will be handed over to a team of Nigerian and African engineers and the Nigerian Society of Engineers to run.
The Ajaokuta Steel Company is the most recognized steel mill in Nigeria, built with the capacity of a very large coke oven. The Ajaokuta steel plant, when completed and fully operational, has the capacity to generate jobs for thousands of unemployed Nigerian youths. Helen Osamede-Akins, TVC News, Abuja.